right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour for Saturday morning, February 23rd, 2019. I'm Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us some of your time. We know it's valuable. All right, we got tons of Q drops here. The last video I was able to put out was yesterday afternoon, around noon. So I haven't been back in studio since noon yesterday. And I think we got, 10, 11, 12 Q drops to get into. So we're going to jump right into them, folks. Again, if you're new, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Welcome to all new Patriots. Welcome back to all original, OG, old school Patriots. All right, you guys have been here since the beginning. Some of the greatest Patriots around the world. Right here, part of the Patriot Hour, folks. So after this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it across all your social media platforms. Check down below in the description box all the links. And other than leaving a comment, check the comment section out. All right, these Patriots will guide you, point you in the right directions. They're breaking stuff down, connecting all the dots, and they're willing to share the path, all right, of what they found to be true. All right, let's jump right on in here, folks, because we got quite a few to get over. And again, we'll try to do our best to get these read and caught up. So the last one I believe I went over was a motorcade honk reference from Q Drop 1691. So we're going to jump here to 2868. Bernie Sanders praising Fidel Castro. Fed prosecutors drop investigation into Sanders' wife. Yeah, this is an old video that's been surfacing around. I've seen it before. He's like, as a socialist. So even this guy way back. Been around forever, right? Screaming his socialistic pitch for anyone that'll listen.
Nicaraguan government is primarily a socialist government. I think what I learned, one of the things that I think I learned on my trip, as a socialist, the word socialism does not frighten me, and I think it's probably fair to say that the Nicaraguan government is primarily a socialist government. You may recall way back in, 1961, they invaded Cuba, and everybody was totally convinced that Castro was the worst guy in the world, that all the Cuban people were going to rise up in rebellion against Fidel Castro. They had forgot that he educated their kids, gave them health care, totally transformed the society. But just because Ronald Reagan dislikes these people does not mean to say that the people in their own nations feel the same way.
How do you find the sincerity of Sandinista leaders?
I was impressed. I was impressed by Father Descoto because he is a very gentle, very loving man. Ortega is an impressive guy. Ernesto Cardenal is a funny-looking guy. He's gray hair. And he really does remind you of a hippie.
Did you have suggestions for them how they could organize their PR a little bit more effectively?
I think yes. The point that I try to make to many of the people that I spoke to is they're getting killed in the American media. Mm-hmm. They just cannot compete. Reagan and his people are so sophisticated. They own the airwaves, of course. Reagan, the media, every time Reagan gives them a photo opportunity, thousands. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much for telling us another lie. The media, of course, is not allowed to ask sharp questions of the president. That's not allowed. My point to Ortega is they are not getting their message of what they are trying to do out to the American people, and there's just no question about that. And they just don't have that kind of sophistication to understand how to manipulate the media. As the White House has dozens of people who are trained. They are trained and well-paid people who are professional manipulators of the media. They have their contacts in CBS and NBC and ABC. That's what they're paid to do, and they do it very, very well. Ortega is the president of a country of 3 million people. They have probably one television station. They have no sophistication. They have no knowledge as to when you call. They call press conferences that the media can't even use here in the United States because it's the wrong time. There's a whole science around this, which they're not aware of. They have contacts now they've hired a public relations firm in the United States, and they're trying to improve it. But the main point is, I think they have got to very greatly improve their ability to communicate with the average American, and that's what I said to them.
There you go. It is amazing what a person can find if you simply research the past. And that's what this Q drop says. It is amazing what a person finds when they simply research. Praising Castro? Will the next wave of the Democratic 2020 candidates begin to push everything will be free? Reparations for all black Americans. More government control will save us all. Broken record. Lines in order to buy / con the voters. More talk, more claims, no facts, no plan, no details. What happened regarding Bernie's wife in the fraud case? Federal prosecutors drop investigation of wife of Bernie Sanders, advisors say. November 13, 2018, the U.S. Attorney in Vermont has told Jane Sanders, the wife of Senator Bernie Sanders, that the office has completed an investigation related to her stewardship of the Burlington College and decided not to bring charges, a top advisor to the Senate said Tuesday. The investigation centered on a 2010 land purchase that relocated the college Jane Sanders previously ran to a new campus on a more than 32 acres along Lake Champlain, while lining up a $6.7 million loan and an additional financing. She told college trustee that the college had commitments for millions of dollars in donations that would be used to repay the loan, according to former trusts and state officials. Trustees said that they later discovered that many of the donors had not agreed to the amounts of or the timing of the donations listed on the documents Sanders provided to the state bonding agency and bank. That led to her resignation in 2011. Amid complaints from some trustees that she had provided inaccurate information, former college officials had said. So then we know that their daughter worked there, and they paid her a salary of, like an odd amount to do like wood shop teacher, $300,000 for the year or something. There was all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that. It pays to play. The more you know. That's what Q tells us here after that article. So again, if you want to read that full article, it's right there. Time restricts us at this minute. All right, 2869 Patriots owner Robert Kraft charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution. This came yesterday afternoon at 1:16 p.m. An anonymous had posted, "You can bet Q knew Kraft was on surveillance video just when Kraft got all the liberal and the fake news. Keck Q. Super Bowl winners? ? Puppy. Sex Urban Dictionary. Q. Q knew about Robert Kraft 2 days before the mainstream. Anonymous. Got a clipboard image here. This is back on 2/20, but you knew all that already. Hence why AS, SDNY, and MW are attempting to keep the insurance scheme ongoing past Mueller. Fear, the fun begins directly after, will make the Super Bowl look like a puppy show." So there you go. 2 days ago. Urban Dictionary for the puppy show. Sex puppy, a very sexy person who does nothing all day but follow around his or her master in sexual manner, always happy for intercourse. $28.71. They will be charged with sedition, treason, and crimes against humanity. This came yesterday at 1:25. Q. De Genavo says sedition and not treason. Is that the delineation accurate on those who are involved to frame Trump and American people? Please advise. We've got sedition, we've got treason, and we got crimes against humanity. 2872. Evidence on Weiner's laptop include crime against children by Hillary Clinton and Foundation. We went over this before, 22 February. An anonymous post this, and children. Here's the original link to the file. And down here, I can't remember what page. allowed Sarah Mills and Sams to attend the Clinton interview as Clinton counsel. And children. Hillary Clinton and Foundation, crime against children. All right, making sure. All right, 2873, and the fake news narrative. Picture of Donald Trump Jr. here. End the fake news narrative. We are one and we are united. Fake news only divides. Divided you are weak. Together you are strong. Hashtag united, not divided. Where we go one, we go all. And the fake news. The reason being, look. Just look at the picture. It would never have you have thought that. The news won't let you know that. 2874, White House looking into Labor Secretary Alex Acosta's role in Jeffrey Epstein plea deal. How do you fill your admin if majority of those in politics are corrupt? Draining the swamp. White House looking into Labor Secretary Acosta's role in secret plea deal for sex abuse. White House says it's looking into the Labor Secretary Alex Acosta handling of a secret plea deal with the wealthy financier accused of tons of things, Jeffrey Epstein. 2875, one step closer to defunding Planned Parenthood. It's one step closer. Washington Examiner, hashtag breaking. Trump administration moves to cut off some Planned Parenthood funding. No more tax dollar because we found horrible things out. 2876, direct attack by Hillary Clinton on Q and pro-POTUS patriots. At Politico reports today, a wide-ranging disinformation campaign at Democratic 2020 candidates is already underway on social media, with signs that foreign state actors are driving at least some of the activity. I'll tell you what, we're driving a lot of that activity, and I'm not foreign. I'm an American veteran. I care about the future of this country, and the Democratic Party and a lot of the Republican Party. They need to be exposed and go down. That's all we're doing. It's actually quite patriotic. All right, for those who think this is a war is fake or we are not considered a major threat, this is a direct attack by Hillary Clinton on Q and pro-POTUS patriots. The article referenced as an embedded link that literally targets pro-POTUS Q Twitter accounts that have been identified by Clinton/Deep State as serious threats. Ability to shift the narrative. Twitter has already begun to remove targeted accounts, stages under false pretenses. The war is real. The threat is real. Clinton panic. Clinton fear. Judgment Day coming. That came at 6:03 p.m. last night. 2877, disregard all spelling and errors on the move. Direct attack. Got this reposted. Disregard all spelling and other errors on the move. 2878, link to analytical tool targeting pro-POTUS and Q and Twitter and other accounts. Got the repost of Judgment Day, Clinton fear, Clinton panic. Link embedded in article, Crooked Hillary. The 200, who are they? Evolving influence, full report. These are all accounts. Now you might recognize some of the people in the photos, but it's not really them. It's just people that have grabbed, of course, right? Trump. InfoWars is back up there. Who are they? Link embedded, Crooked Hillary in the brackets ×3. So they got each one of those accounts linked here is basically, and ones that have been. So the internet infrastructure is under attack. Tools of prevention are online to stop it. 2879. Got a link by an anonymous here at 6:23. Q posted this at 6:47 yesterday evening. Breaking: the internet infrastructure is under attack. The agency that oversees the online address book warns. That was on their official Twitter. AFP: breaking: internet is under attack. Got the ICANN.org. Tools of prevention are online. Now we get into these 2880. This came at 8:26 last night. Public service announcement: targeted directed purge. We have this political article here. Sustained and ongoing disinformation assault targets Dem presidential candidates. Twitter of Hillary, the WRAI voter fraud index, and then all these accounts that are targeted. We can just click on any one of these. It's going to take us here. How many followers? It's been linked and targeted to BA disinfo. And then we got end one. I got a whole nother one up here. Patriots, you've been selected as threats and falsely labeled as foreign disinfo agents. Though they attempt to disguise at the bottom as not all, this is an attempt to target and remove by false pretense all threatening voices. Elimination of free speech to prevent loss of control. These actions are now being monitored and would strongly encourage forwarding this information to the appropriate members of Congress, Senate, and the media. We believe this is a test run to effectively silence opposition while testing the potential media backlash and or official response. This attempt to remove silence is fascism. Those who oppose their view narrative should further demonstrate the resolve to control the message narrative. Win at any cost. All right, that was 2881. That came at 8:26. Now we're at 8:42 p.m. last night, Eastern Standard Time. That's 8:42 post 2,882 in the series. Got an anonymous posted at 8:30. They are scared and desperate. We got a repost of the 214 Q post. Coincidence? Days after this post, we have everything. So this all kind of was yesterday here on the 214 on February 14. More importantly, why is the Washington Post leading the attack versus Q? Who owns the Washington Post? Who funds Amazon? Who targeted NSA regarding surveillance, expose, prevent, pre-Uranium One, and Iran? Why are we attacked daily by the largest news companies in the world? If it was all for a LARP. Use caution. High follower count targeting the direct, deep, and narrative mob as method to remove. This brings us to post 2,883. This came at 11:38 p.m. last night. We got this info. Number one info. It's a PDF. Ooh, it's a download. All right, we'll look at that. To remove control from government and provide to CA, who controls California. 7 days before Obama gives away internet and national security. In 1 week, President Obama will allow the remains of the United States' control over the internet to pass to a California nonprofit organization, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, the ICANN. This is a reckless and dangerous decision that has serious national security consequences. They have not been fully considered. Currently, ICANN has a contract with the Department of Commerce, National Telecommunications and Information, NTIA, to manage the naming and numbering functions associated with the Internet. The most important of these assignments of protocol, Internet protocol address, the IP address, and domain names. We know the importance of that there, folks. 3, significant risk cover control. ICANN calls for full DNSSEC deployment, promotes community collaboration to protect the Internet. So back on 21 of February 19, just yesterday, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, believes that there is an ongoing significant risk to key parts of the domain name system, DNS, infrastructure. On February 15th and 19, in response to reports of attacks against key parts of the DNS infrastructure, ICANN offered a checklist of recommended security precautions for members of domain name industry, registries, registrars, resellers, and related others to protect their systems, their customer systems, and information reachable via DNS. Okay, so why would Hussein, in brackets, transfer U.S. government control of the Internet to a non-profit California company? You are the news now. Interesting. So check this first one out. 297- Understanding Internet Infrastructure Emerging. All right, we're going to move on to 2,884. This came at 11:55 last night, just before the midnight hour. California President Trump here at POTUS, real Donald Trump Jr., Sean Hannity. The Ed Castro and Castro Stan brothers are on video admitting they're spreading misinformation and being paid to divide Americans. Evil people paying evil people to do their deeds, evil deeds. Wow. All right, you guys didn't hear that, but California now wants to scale back their already failed fast train project by substantially shortening the distance so that it is no longer goes from LA to San Francisco. A different deal and record cost overruns send the federal government back the billions of dollars wasted. So yeah, just like the fast train that's up there, folks, in California, it's something. All right, so yeah, this guy here, nothing to see here. You are the news now. So that was interesting. Let me grab this. You guys might have. Properties. Paste. Update. Close.
I have several businesses, but you know, the Resistance is a really good group of people. It's spread throughout the country, probably throughout the world. I mean, it's just kind of, it's just what I enjoy spending my time doing. And of course we get paid, you know? Of course those higher ups pay us.
So you're paid for this? It's not just like something you do because for your love of country?
Yeah, I mean, people pay us, they want us to help sow the division and to take over Trump's Twitter feed. When he makes a post, they want our tweets to be up there. They don't want other people to, like Trump supporters, to be seen in that case.
There you go. Don't want to have Trump supporters seen or heard on Trump's own tweets. So that's why you got these almost constant attacks on trolls on Trump's. The minute he has a good post, something that's official, something that's real, it's just a pat, 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 pat. And they hit it hard with disinfo, just the opposite of whatever he says. It doesn't matter. That's why half the time it doesn't make sense. They're paid to just get on there and do something. This don't quite make sense, but this is all I can think of. And then they hit tweet. and then it hits there, and then the other people start chiming in, and it just helps. And that probably doesn't just go for Trump. Think about it. If you're targeted, these people get paid to come on over. That's interesting, folks. All right. Okay, we're at the 25-minute mark. We got all caught up. Anything new comes today, I am around. I got some articles I want to go over too, but I'll do those in separate videos. So definitely look for more videos coming today, folks. Any more Q, we're on it. Other breaking news, stick around. Make sure you are subscribed, like, share, comment. Again, give us a thumbs up, folks. It helps beat the algorithms. We are heavily shadow banned. Our videos don't kind of get out there through the YouTube system. So it's up to you guys to hit that thumbs up. Help it out. Let them know that you are real. You're not a bot. All right. Again, I'm Mike. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless. Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here on the very next Patriot Hour update video.